Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from Shomus Biology. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the 5 PhD topic ideas in microbiology. If you're a microbiology postgraduate and now already qualified for JRF, first of all, congratulations. Now, if you want to do PhD in microbiology and want to write a research proposal in PhD in microbiology, what are the research ideas? Because microbiology is a huge field of study, and from that, picking up 4 or 5 research ideas is not a cup of tea. But here I'll be making your life a lot easier with the help of this video, where I'll talk about the 5 important research topics ideas to do PhD. And not only I'll tell you 5 topics, but I'll also tell you why I picked those topics, why these topics are important for human welfare. I'm also going to talk about the complexity of doing research in those 5 topics here just for you. So let's start with the very first topic, and it is exploration of multi-drug resistance pathogens in hospital wastewater and the development of phage therapy alternatives. So MDR, multi-drug resistant pathogens. We need to explore them, particularly in the hospital wastewater, the hospital waste that they generate from that. And we want to develop phage therapies, bacteriophage, to kill those microorganisms. Instead of using antibiotic as a chemical synthetic agents, we use biological agents like bacteriophage to kill those bacteria, to get rid of the multi-drug resistant bacteria. Phage therapy as an alternative. That is one of my favorite topic to do PhD in microbiology. The complexity level will be very high because it involves clinical isolates, genomics, phage library development, which will be complex and time consuming, but the result would be so much satisfying. And scope, the medical microbiology students, the environmental microbiology students, antimicrobial resistance, AMR, these are the subsidiary fields related to this particular research topic. Why it matters? Hospital effluents are reservoirs of superbugs. Why? Because in hospitals they were always working with antibiotics. IV antibiotics are being provided day and night. So the chance of generating superbugs are highest at the hospital settings. And those multi-drug resistant bacteria, which cannot be killed with the help of antibiotics, multiple antibiotics, can be killed with the help of phage therapy. We can kill them with bacteriophage. We call it as a phage therapy. We can target this MDR with bacteriophage as an alternative to killing those pathogens. So phage therapy offers the last line of alternative as antibiotic pipeline is drying up for us. And direct human welfare tackles the AMR crisis, safeguards the public health, and supports clean hospital waste management practices. That's going to help us a lot, especially developing countries like India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh, where the hospital waste is not very well practiced with proper waste management. So we can use this to deal with this hospital waste and hospital effluents much greater way. Alright, that is why it may consume a little bit of time to do PhD in this particular topic, but this is completely worth it considering the current situation. Let's move to the second topic, microbiome engineering in human gut for the treatment of metabolic disorders. For example, type 2 diabetes, obesity, which become pandemic. Type 2 diabetes, obesity, these are pandemic right now. How to tackle these metabolic disorders? We can alter and we can fix these metabolic disorders with the help of alteration of the human gut microbiome. All the microorganisms living in our gut, inside our large intestine, these and tweaking that gut microbiome can lead to some sort of modifications to diseases like IBS, IBD directly, and also many metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes and obesity. The first one is complexity level. It will be very high. The high complexity level, why? Because it requires metagenomics, understanding of genomics very well. Bioinformatic tools will be analyzed and host microbiota interaction studies need to be conducted. And in the hospital environment, deal with this situation, you need a lab with proper sterile facilities, and without that you cannot work with this kind of pathogens because the risk is very high, right? So BSL level security is required. So for that reason the complexity level is high, right? Next is the scope. Human microbiome, medical microbiology, and functional genomics are the related fields which are linked with this particular topic to do PhD. Third one is white matters. Gut microbiome influence host metabolism. It influence your mood, it influence the way we behave, it also influence our brain, and particularly it influence the host metabolism, turning the microbiota via probiotics and prebiotics or dietary interventions can manage or prevent the chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes and obesity. There is direct link that we already found in multiple research. So it offers low cost non-invasive approach to manage lifestyle disorders like type 2 diabetes and obesity, and we can get rid of this disease. Finally we can get rid of these diseases with a very low cost modifications of our gut microbiome. The third topic of interest here is biofilm dynamics and control strategies on medical implants and devices. Little interesting, little different. Biomedical sciences will be involved in here. Biofilm dynamics and control strategies on medical implants in our body and medical devices that's being utilized, right? Complexity level moderate to high, needs biofilm culturing models, microscopy understanding and material science interface, right? And scope is clinical microbiology, bioengineering and infection control strategies. And white matters, biofilms are responsible for approximately 60% of hospital acquired infections because biofilms are generated a long-term deposit of microorganisms and pathogens in the surface of instruments, hospital instruments that they utilize, or hospital components that they utilize, and any other implants of our body that they use during surgery or after surgery is utilized. 60% of these infections that we acquire, the nosocomial infection that we get, 60% of them are from the biofilms. So especially in catheters, pacemakers and joint implants. So there is a high chance of infection in all these processes like placing a catheter, putting a pacemaker and also joint implants, any kind of joint, whether shoulder joint, knee joint, any joints of the body. That leads to severe complications post surgery and we can manage that. So it reduces the medical complications post surgery and hospital cost also will be reduced, and mortality rate linked with the infections post surgery can be reduced. That's a direct implication to the human welfare. Let's move to the fourth topic for doing PhD in microbiology. Isolation and characterization of extremophilic microbes for industrial enzyme applications. We need to feed a huge population and this population of human is growing and growing and growing. To do that, we need to develop enzymes which is capable of working in high temperatures or extreme environments, right? So the complexity here is moderate to high, involves bioprocessing and bioprospecting, enzyme assays and microbial culturing under extreme conditions. So why it is difficult? Because you need to culture microorganisms in extreme conditions, extreme temperature, pressure, pH, salinity management, all these things will be extreme. So to conduct this research in these extreme conditions is another very challenging. Now the scope is industrial microbiology, direct involvement, enzymology and biotechnology as a direct subsidiaries of this research. Next is why it matters. Thermophiles, acidophiles, halophiles, they produce robust enzymes used in detergents, paper, food and biofuel industries. So if you can extract enzymes from these acidophiles, thermophiles and halophiles, we can utilize these enzymes in various changing environmental conditions for proper growth of our industrial product, development of our industrial products, whether it is food, paper or detergent or biofuel, right? And it supports green industrialization, lowers the energy used in the manufacturing, and it promotes sustainability in biotechnology, sustainability in industrial biotechnology, in industrial scale production of many things. And the last, fifth topic for the microbiology PhD or doing PhD in microbiology is development of microbial biopesticides using native soil bacteria and fungi. So we are trying to develop a biopesticides, but the pesticide will be developed with the help of the bacteria and fungi living in the soil instead of the synthetic artificial pesticides which are harmful and have many side effects, right? Complexity level is moderate. It's low to moderate complexity, but agricultural field study is required and formulation is also required, and doing formulation requires a lot of time, so your PhD span will be a little bit longer if you choose this topic. Scope is agriculture, microbiology, mycology and soil biology. soil microbiology. White matters, chemical pesticides lead to different residue problems and ecological imbalance. Microbial biopesticides are eco-friendly and crop specific. So the bacteria which will go up against one particular crop may not affect the other crop. It may have a symbiotic relationship with the other crop. So we have a targeted approach of a pesticide. The biggest problem with the chemical pesticide is that not only that they pollute and then remain as a residue, but also the impact of using those chemical pesticide is to all the plants living in nearby conditions. But here if we utilize these biopesticides, they have a targeted species specific approach. So once it impact the one plant, it will not impact on the other one. So that selective approach will definitely benefit us. And the human welfare is, it will boost sustainable agriculture, protects farmer health, okay, enhances food safety and reduces environmental degradation, because there is less pollutants and the farmers working with this direct chemical agents that leads to much worse problem to them will be solved. And also the food that the plants are growing to, those foods will be chemical less, toxin free, or you can say toxin less, which will be beneficial for us. So that's why these 5 topics you can choose to do PhD from microbiology background in the years to come. Let me know which topic you like the most and which topic you like the least in the comment section. So these are the 5 topics that you can try to form research proposal. And if you want to form research proposal on these 5 topics, you can directly contact us. There is a service provided by us as an assignment helping service, where we will guide you and help you to form this research proposal, where you need some tweaking from your side to do it. Obviously it's chargeable, it's paid, so you can try to do that. If you want to do it, you can always contact us in this number 9804865119, and you can also visit our website for that. And if you want to get into PhD, you know, first of all you need to be eligible to do PhD, and to get eligible to do PhD you need to qualify exam like CSA and NET, or the ICMR, JRF, or you need to be qualified the ISAs and other PhD entrance examinations, and we prepare for those. We have study materials for those, we have online coaching for that. So if you want to join that, the link is also there in the description. Visit our website www.shomusbiology.com. also download our app Shomus Biology, and you'll get to know about all the details about our online coaching and CSI and study material package, which will definitely help you to secure JRF, Junior Research Fellowship, to do PhD in your respective field. So that's it. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to this channel to get more videos like that in future. And also let me know in the comment which among these 5 topics that we shared you like the most. Thank you. Bye.